Starting a new office can feel like a lot, but if you break it down step by step, you will save time, avoid frustration, and make sure everything is working the way it should. Here's a checklist to guide you through the essentials. First on the list is your internet and your network setup. What you want to do here is you want to start with a reliable internet connection. If you're working with multiple people or plan to run cloud-based tools, do not skim here. So what you want to do here is you want to make sure you choose a business grade internet plan. You want to make sure you use a high quality router and separate modem if needed. You also want to set up a secure Wi-Fi network for employees and a guest network for your visitors. You also want to consider a wired Ethernet setup for critical devices like desktop computers or servers. Next up on the list is workstation and devices. So here you want to think about what each team member needs to do their job. So laptop or desktop, depending on your mobility needs. You want to think about whether or not they need monitors, keyboard, docking station, webcam, headsets. You want to think about whether or not they need printers and scanner if you still rely on paper. And you also want to get things like surge protectors or UPS battery backup to protect your devices. It's important to stick to the same brand and model where possible. It makes support and replacement easier down the line. Next on the list is phones and communication tools. So what you want to do here is you want to decide how your business will handle calls, texts, and meetings. So for phones, you want to choose between desk phones, soft phones, or mobile-based VoIP apps. For your emails, you want to use platforms like Google Workspace or Microsoft 365 for emails and calendars. And for things like meetings, you want to set up either Zoom, Microsoft Teams, or Google Meet for video calls. If you need texting, you want to look into platforms that support shared inbox. So when someone sends you a text message, all of your team members will be able to see it and they can respond accordingly. Next on the list is file storage and sharing. Here, you want to avoid storing important files on someone's desktop. So what you want to do is you want to use cloud storage like Google, Dropbox, or OneDrive. And you want to create a clear folder structure from the beginning. You also want to make sure you set permission so people only have access to what they need. And also, most importantly, do not forget to do offline backup in case something goes wrong. Ideally, you should be doing online and offline backup. Next on the list is security and protection. So even small businesses, small offices need to think seriously about security. So you want to make sure you use business grade antivirus and firewall. You want to make sure you turn on automatic updates for all the systems in your environment. You want to require strong password and two-factor authentication for emails, apps, and devices in your network. You want to lock your computer when it's unattended. You want to use screen timeout, and you want to always prompt for password. If you're storing customer or payment data, you will want to go even deeper on compliance and encryption. Next on the list is software and app. So here you want to make sure you have a comprehensive list of what you actually use daily. So your accounting software, your project management tool, your CRM, your invoice and payment system, your time tracking or HR tools if you have a team. Before you install everything, look for bundle solution. That reduces the number of tools you will need to manage. Next on the list is backup and data recovery. Please do not skip this step. What you want to do is you want to use automated cloud backup for critical files. You want to consider image-based backup for full system recovery. You want to test your backup quarterly. Don't assume they work. Test it and make sure they work. You want to keep at least one backup copy offline or in a different location. Next, we want to talk about onboarding and documentation. So what you want to do here is you want to make sure it's easy for new hires or team members to get up and running as quickly as possible. So you want to create checklists for new employee tech setup. You want to document Wi-Fi password, printer location, and how to access the shared drive. You want to keep a record of what equipment is assigned to whom. It is also important to have an offboarding documentation as well. So kind of follow the same thing. So after someone leaves, you want to make sure you remove them from whatever system you need to remove them from. You want to make sure you change passwords that need to be changed, just to make sure that you do not leave anything open so someone that's no longer with the company can find their way back in and start doing things that they're not supposed to do. You definitely do not want that. Next on the list is maintenance and support. All you need to remember here is that your tech do not take care of itself. So you want to make sure you schedule regular updates and system check. You want to make sure you keep spare equipment on hand, especially cables and chargers and all other small equipments that you think that your company or people in your company use very frequently. Also, you want to decide who is in charge of tech issue, whether it's someone in-house or external support. This is a really good checklist to get your small office tech up and running. But before we go, let's go through one final walkthrough. So once everything is in place, take a day to test it all. So make sure that everyone can log in, make sure that your printers, your scanners, your phone, your backup, everything is up and running. And if anything is missing, slow or unreliable, you want to make sure you catch it in the beginning and remove it from your environment. So you want to fix it now so it doesn't become an headache when your business depends on it and you have to go back and change it. So your final walkthrough is going through and making sure that everything on the checklist that we talked about is good to go. If you need help getting any of these off the ground, especially if you're a small business in the DC, Maryland, or Virginia area, feel free to reach out to us, Koroma Tech. We're happy to support you. Link is in the description or in the bio. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.